What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Craftavore Tastes. I'm your host, Max. And today we're digging into an extra special beer. So we're getting away from those hoppy IPAs and specifically those New England style IPAs. And today we're digging into a beer. It's a collaboration from Evil Twin Brewing and Westbrook Brewing Company. This is Imperial Mexican Biscotti Cake Break. So this is a collaboration between those two breweries, and basically it is a mashup of Evil Twin's Imperial Biscotti Break and Westbrook's Mexican Cake. So, super excited to dig into this one. So let's go ahead and just go through the drill. Let's get the appearance, take a look at get the aroma, get the taste, and then we'll rate it. All right, so let's go ahead and I've actually already removed the top here. Let's go ahead and get this beer into a glass. All right. So, first things first, I have to say, Mexican Cake is actually one of my favorite Imperial stouts. And I probably should have mentioned that this is actually, obviously, it's an Imperial stout coming in at 10.5% ABV. And it is brewed with coffee, cinnamon, almonds, cocoa nibs, vanilla, and habanero peppers. Sorry, should have started off the review with that. Blowing it already. Anyway, so as I was saying, Mexican Cake is one of my absolute favorite Imperial stouts. I just think it's absolutely tremendous. As for Evil Twin's Imperial Biscotti Break, not so much fan. Interested to see kind of when you meld those kind of two beers together, what we get. So let's take a look at the appearance. Beer obviously comes in, about as jet black as you could possibly imagine. No light whatsoever going through there. Head obviously is not too much to speak of, but an incredibly deep brown, almost red maroonish type head that's dissipating quite quickly at the moment. So beer looks awesome. I can already kind of smell that barrel wafting off of the aromas. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a true aroma. Oh, so straight up out of the gate, that is a mix of obviously huge barrel character with a tremendous amount of green pepper notes. I think, when was this bottled? It's got to be relatively fresh because I don't remember when I picked this one up or if it even has a bottling date. I do not think it does. Maybe I'm just not seeing it at the moment, but honestly can't remember when I picked this up. I know I cellared it for a bit, but I think it's fresher than anything, probably maybe late 2017. I'm not 100% sure, but the reason why I'm saying fresh is because straight up out of the nose, a tremendous amount of that green kind of pepper coming from those habanero peppers. You get it straight out of the nose, and it's extremely pungent. Yeah, definitely get a little bit of that, obviously, roasted malts, a little bit of chocolate going on in there. A little bit of that sweetness from the vanilla is definitely coming through. Let's see what else is in here. Cinnamon, almonds, not so much, not getting a tremendous amount of cinnamon. I'm expecting that to be a little bit more in the taste. But man, if I were to say just from an aroma standpoint, which one of those two beers that are melded up to make this beer is winning out, it's definitely more reminiscent in the aroma to Mexican Cake than Imperial Biscotti Break. So let's go ahead and give her a taste. Cheers. Oh, man, that's good. Yeah, so in the taste, a little bit more of that green kind of pepper note, but now straight up in the taste, it's essentially all cinnamon. Getting a lot of kind of coffee kind of notes, a little bit more kind of dark chocolate passing all the way through. You get that little blast of cinnamon that kind of works in. Followed in by the end, I'm not getting a tremendous amount of heat, to be perfectly honest with you. I let this bottle sit out for a little bit, so the temperature is actually perfect on it. It's probably 52 to 55, somewhere around there. Going in for another taste. Oh, man, that's good. At the end of the day, the mouthfeel, I think, it's actually just where you kind of want this beer to be. It's not thin. It's not super kind of thick. It's just got like a medium to medium plus kind of mouthfeel on it that tastes, or rather that makes that that experience feel a bit on the luscious side, which is really awesome. So, really, really good. Again, let's just kind of like run through the gambit. Coffee, chocolate, dark chocolate, cinnamon in the taste, more green pepper in the nose, little bit of sweetness from the vanilla, definitely for me in the aroma, definitely more so in the taste. Again, I think that the taste is a little bit more kind of cinnamon dominant. And even now, actually, as I'm kind of letting it rest on the palate, I am getting just a slight little twinge of heat. So it reminds me a lot of Mexican cake. I'm actually not getting a tremendous amount of that Imperial Biscotti popping through, which for me, knowing which one of the two I prefer, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Unbelievable beer. Really, really, really good. One last sip before we give her a rating. Oh, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. All right, rating. 4.5 caps. This reminds me a lot of Mexican cake, and Mexican cake is absolutely one of my favorites. I think this is an incredibly awesome kind of collab between the two. Again, definitely more Mexican cake forward for me, which is only making this beer obviously a bit better. I don't remember exactly what I paid for it, to be perfectly honest with you. But at the end of the day, it is a really, really excellent world-class Imperial Stout from Evil Twin and Westbrook. So 4.5 caps from the Craftavore Tastes. Hope you join me again for another episode where I drink, I review, I rate, and then I repeat. Cheers.